The world's most famous pig cartoon always sparks curiosity and admiration among fans. Despite its colorful animation, Peppa Pig hides some eerie secrets. Have you ever heard about the mysteries surrounding this show? Or the conspiracy theories that try to explain the dark details hidden in its episodes? The Rejected Sister. If you search on Google for Peppa Pig wallpaper, you'll come across an image featuring two Peppas. This image inspired a theory suggesting that the pig family has a dark secret. According to the theory, the family may have had another daughter they didn't like very much, so they locked her away in the attic or the basement. This theory holds any truth. Might just be the biggest mystery of the entire show. But this isn't the only sinister theory surrounding Peppa Pig. That's why we've gathered 6 bizarre theories about this beloved show. So grab your golden boots and join us as we uncover the secrets of Peppa's incredible world. Wild animals. Have you ever seen the zoo episode where Madame Gazelle takes the children to visit wild animals? Right at the start, something intriguing happens. Madame Gazelle and the children are greeted by Mr. Lion, who, curiously, isn't in a cage but works as a zookeeper. Isn't that a bit strange? After all, it's not every day that we see wild, carnivorous animals peacefully coexisting with other species. They're usually looking for their next meal. The visit begins with the children observing turtles, which are in a fenced area. But guess who's in charge of them? It's none other than Mr. Lion. The king of the jungle, a predator, is taking care of small animals and ensuring their safety. That's at least puzzling. Later, children meet Mrs. Crocodile, who is the penguin keeper. When she comes out of the water, she startles Madame Gazelle, who seems slightly uneasy about this odd situation. Was this an intentional joke by the creators? Or do the zookeepers have a hidden agenda when it comes to caring for these peaceful animals? But that's not all. A common question among fans is, if all animals can stand upright, why are there animals in the zoo at all? The zoo episode leaves us with more questions than answers. Could there be something deeper going on in the Peppa Pig universe? We know the characters in Peppa Pig have human-like intellectual habits, but this is a bit confusing in the show. Additionally, in the Flying on Holiday episode, Peppa and George are at home packing their bags. Everything seems normal at first. However, during this scene, we notice 2 curious drawings on the wall of the pig siblings' room, one of a giraffe and one of an elephant. First glance, this seems innocent. After all, common for kids to have drawings on their bedroom walls. But we know there are 2 characters of these species in Peppa's school, Gerald Giraffe and Emily Elephant. And that's where things get weird. This raises a peculiar question. Do the creators of Peppa Pig struggle to balance the show's childlike universe with its curious world building? In Peppa's universe, all characters are animals with human traits. Yet, in real life, no child would decorate their room with drawings of their classmates. Are the creators hiding something from the fans? Or are they simply representing the boundless imagination of children? After all, why would George and Peppa specifically choose these 2 animals, who not only exist in their universe but are also personally known to them? The only explanation is that some animals evolved and adapted to human habits, while others did not. Those who didn't adapt might be locked away in the zoo. That's a bit sinister, and if you, like Madame Gazelle, found the zoo episode confusing, comment wild below to let us know. Madame Gazelle immortal? Madame Gazelle is undoubtedly one of the most beloved characters in the series. Her kind demeanor and teaching skills have left a lasting impression on many characters in Peppa Pig. However, no one knows her exact age, which has sparked the curiosity of fans everywhere. In the episode Madame Gazelle's House, Pig family visits their sweet teacher and discovers something rather unusual. Upon entering her house, they notice that the building is in dire need of repairs, with multiple cracks and a significant tilt. Another intriguing detail catches their attention as well. In the background, there's a black and white photo, which many fans believe shows Madame Gazelle's late husband. Interestingly, Madame Gazelle never mentions what happened to her husband or talks about having any children. Moreover, Daddy Pig discovers one reason for the cracks in the house's tilt. Madame Gazelle planted a Christmas tree near her home. Over time, the tree grew, and its roots began pushing against the house, causing the noticeable damage. For a tree to grow to such a size and cause this much impact would take decades. In a flashback of the tree's planting, Madame Gazelle appears alone. This suggests she was already living without a husband back then, raising more questions about her past. How does she maintain such a youthful appearance after all these years? Could she have undergone cosmetic procedures during her travels? But there's more. In the episode The Time Capsule, Madame Gazelle organizes an activity to preserve the children's memories so they can look back on them when they grow older. Curiously, Daddy Pig unearths a time capsule he and his classmates buried as children. The shocking part? Madame Gazelle was already their teacher back then. How is this possible? Another episode supporting this theory is Madame Gazelle's leaving party. Due to a misunderstanding by Peppa, the parents organize a surprise party for her, believing she is retiring. However, she was simply going on vacation. At the beginning of the episode, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig discuss Madame Gazelle's age, noting that she taught them when they were children. Their conclusion? Madame Gazelle is much older than she appears. During the surprise party, Madame Gazelle admits that she is very old but assures everyone she will continue teaching. This revelation only adds to the mystery. How can she live so long and remain so active? Could Madame Gazelle be a vampire? After all, who else but an immortal could live for so many generations, seemingly unchanged? A post-apocalyptic world? Another theory suggests that the show takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, where animals have evolved and humans no longer exist. Let's dive into the main points that make this one of the most searched theories about Peppa Pig. In the episode The Flood, after heavy rainfall, the pig family's house turns into an island. But that's not all. Notice how, when Grandpa and Grandma Pig take George and Peppa out on a boat, other houses are in the same situation. This raises an interesting question. Why does everyone live on hills in the show? Could it be due to past events? This is a way to avoid something catastrophic from happening again. It's plausible that the choice of hilltops is to prevent frequent floods from destroying homes. Even the supermarket is located on a hill. When the pig family arrives there, Miss Rabbit mentions they're the first customers of the morning. This suggests that flooding is a regular occurrence the characters in Peppa Pig must deal with. This could also explain why Madame Gazelle has taught everyone. After all, the world may have suffered massive losses, and humans might no longer exist. In this animation, only 2 humans ever appear, the Queen and Santa Claus. How is that possible? Why are they the only humans left? These 2 characters appear in specific episodes, such as The Queen, where Miss Rabbit receives an award for being the hardest worker in the series, and Father Christmas Grotto. If, like us, you want to uncover more of Peppa Pig's mysteries, click the subscribe button now and join our community of Pink Pig fans. Mandy Mouse, a failed experiment? In Season 6, Peppa Pig introduced fans to a new character, Mandy Mouse, a little mouse who uses a wheelchair to get around. During recess in the episode Mandy Mouse, Peppa, ever curious, asks her new friend why she uses a wheelchair. Mandy explains that her legs don't work like those of her classmates. However, bizarre theory suggests that Mandy Mouse might be in her condition due to a failed scientific experiment conducted in a laboratory. In the episode The Petting Farm, the pig family visits Mrs. Badger's property, where they encounter various animals, including guinea pigs, which are kept in cages. This detail is quite strange, especially when you consider that mice and guinea pigs belong to the same rodent family. But how could animals from the same family exhibit such drastically different behaviors? Is George adopted? Another popular theory suggests that George, Peppa's younger brother, might actually be adopted by the pig family. Have you ever noticed that all the characters in the show have names starting with the same letter as their species in English? For instance, Peppa Pig, Susie Sheep, Becca Rabbit, and Danny Dog. However, George is the only exception. And it doesn't stop there. Most characters are referred to by their first and last names, including Mummy and Daddy Pig. The only time George is called by the last name Pig is in the episode Edmund Elephant's Birthday, where he receives an invitation via mail to attend the event. Could George's name be a reference to the word for pig in another language? Interestingly, there are 3 languages where the word for pig starts with the letter G. In Norwegian and Swedish, pig is gri. In Georgian, pig is gori. Does this mean George is a refugee pig adopted by the pig family? Another intriguing point, although possibly speculative, is how Peppa often teases George and competes for their parents' attention. While sibling rivalry is common, it's possible that Mummy and Daddy Pig give George extra attention because of his background, prompting Peppa to vie for their affection. Additionally, George's vocabulary is mostly limited to a single word in many episodes. This could indicate that English isn't his first language, making it unusually difficult for him to communicate. In the episode International Day, children choose a country to represent, dress in its traditional attire, and participate in various games and activities. George's difficulty speaking might support this theory. Perhaps his accent causes him to feel self-conscious about talking. The Peppa Pig universe is full of mysterious details that intrigue its fans, proving that even children's stories can hide secrets. If you want to keep exploring Peppa's fun world, we've picked out 2 incredible videos for you to watch next. See you in the next video.